Okay, guys, let me do Mojo videos. Let's do top 10 albums with the most hit songs.
Download the Domino's app today and become a piece of the pie rewards. Remember to earn
Sorry.
points toward free pizza.
Michael's beautiful sister.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 albums with the most hit songs. For this list, we'll be looking at popular music albums with the most hit songs. We'll be using information from the Billboard records of the most top 10 singles from one album, so the UK charts, as well as albums with many low-ranking hits, will not be included. Which of these albums is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Whitney Houston. This iconic singer's debut and eponymous album sold extraordinarily
listen to
well,
her.
being
She got the
certified
beautiful
13
voice.
times platinum in the United States. But she made music history with Whitney.
I love this song of her.
The album debuted at number 1, preceded by the number 1 single, I Wanna Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me. This made Houston the first female artist in history to debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200. The single was also the first of 4 consecutive number 1 hits, followed by Didn't We Almost Have It All, So Emotional, and Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? This set another record, as Houston became the first female artist to achieve 4 consecutive number 1 singles from the same album. The 5th single, Love Will Save the Day, peaked at number 9, giving Whitney 5 top 10 hits. Number 9, Legends Never Die, Juice WRLD. This next album couldn't be more aptly titled.
This is the part where I tell you I'm fine, but I'm lying. I just don't want you to worry.
Released 7 months after Juice WRLD's death, Legends Never Die received positive reviews and peaked atop the Billboard 200. It also proved an enormous success in terms of
don't
singles
listen to his music,
and even
sorry.
non-single songs.
I do anything in my power to see you just smile.
Smile, Life's a Mess, Wishing Well, and Come and Go all peaked within the top 10, with the latter 2 reaching the top 5. 2 of the album's songs, Conversations and Hate the Other Side, also managed to sneak into the Hot 100 top 10, despite not being released as singles.
Go take a nap now.
This is a rare feat, and spoke to the emotional impact of Jared Higgins' music, as well as his tragic passing.
Goodbye. Random calls and offers. Hello, built-in spam blocker. Now I can't soak up the sun in peace. Hello, Google Fi. The phone plan that can. He's coming for me, but I'm coming for him.
I want to see this movie so bad.
Number 8, Janet Jackson. Prior to Janet's release, Janet Jackson became the highest paid musical act in the world, signing with Virgin Records for approximately $40 million. The investment paid off and then some, with Janet proving one of the most successful albums in the history of music. Its debut single, That's the Way Love Goes, peaked at number 1, as did the 3rd single, Again. The album also contained the top 5 singles If and Anytime Anyplace, and the top 10 singles You Want This and Because of Love. All told, Janet contained 6 top 10 singles, making it just
wow.
one of 7 albums to accomplish this feat. The album's success solidified Janet Jackson as a solo artist, and it went on to sell over 14 million copies. Number 7. Faith, George Michael. An enormous late 80s success, Faith spent 12 weeks at number 1 and 51 weeks inside the top 10.
'Cause I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Because I got to have faith.
All told, Faith moved over 20 million units, making it one of the best-selling records of all time. Albums are sold with the help of good singles, and Faith had many. In fact, it contains 4 number 1 songs, making Michael the only British male solo artist to produce 4 number 1 singles from the same album. Those singles are Father Figure, One More Try, Monkey, and of course the titular Faith, which is easily one of the most famous songs of the 80s. Both Kissing a Fool and I Want Your Sex also peaked within the top 5, giving Faith 6 top 5 singles. The late 80s were dominated by the sounds of George Michael's pop R&B. Number 6, Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. You couldn't turn on the radio in the early 2010s without hearing a song from Teenage Dream. In fact, Teenage Dream was so successful that it made Katy Perry the first female artist, and only the second artist in history, to produce 5 number 1 singles from the same album.
I know a place where the grass is really greener.
These were California Girls, Teenage Dream, Firework, E.T., and Last Friday Night. Firework was the biggest seller, being certified 12 times platinum in the United States. The 6th single, The One That Got Away, peaked at number 3, missing history by just 2 placements. But by reaching number 3, The One That Got Away made Teenage Dream just the 7th album in Billboard Hot 100 history to generate at least 6 top 10 hits. Number 5, Bad, Michael Jackson. Katy Perry was the second artist in history to produce 5 number 1 singles from the same album. Michael Jackson was the first, and he did it with Bad. Serving as the final collaboration between Jackson and producer Quincy Jones, Bad had a darker sound than its iconic predecessor, but that didn't stop it from being successful. It was preceded by the number 1 single, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, and was followed by Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, and Dirty Diana, all of which reached number 1. The album's 7th single, Smooth Criminal, reached number 7, giving Bad 6 top 10 hits. The album went on to sell 35 million copies, including 25 million in its first 4 years. Number 4, Scorpion, Drake. A double album running 25 songs in 90 minutes, Scorpion received 132 million Spotify streams on its first day of release, breaking the service's one-day record.
I'm upset. $500,000 on my head, I can't accept, yeah.
I
It
do
also
like
debuted
Lucy
at number
Drake.
1 and has been
Not
certified 5
Drake
times
Bell,
platinum.
Drake, the rapper. I don't like that song.
Scorpion produced 3 number 1 singles in God's Plan, Nice for What, and In My Feelings, with God's Plan being Spotify's most streamed song of 2018.
God's plan. God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't. Yeah.
I'm Upset, Don't Matter to Me, Emotionless, and Nonstop also charted within the top 10, with Nonstop peaking at number 2 giving Scorpions 7 top 10 singles. The album would end up being Drake's 5th number 1 and 4th consecutive multi-platinum release.
Watch out! Blue, tape, bow.
She's fierce. But loyal.
Follow me.
Dude.
Number 3, Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen. Having sold approximately 30 million copies, Born in the USA is one of the greatest selling albums of all time, and arguably Bruce Springsteen's masterpiece. It also produced 7 top 10 singles. The debut single, Dancing in the Dark, peaked at number 2 and would prove the highest charting song from the album. Glory Days was the second highest at number 5, and I'm on Fire reached number 6.
At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head.
Rounding out the list are Cover Me, Born in the USA, I'm Going Down, and My Hometown, all of which peaked within the top 10. The success of the singles resulted in Born in the USA being certified 15 times platinum, and the accompanying tour grossed upwards of $90 million. Number 2, Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation, 1814. Janet Jackson. Rhythm Nation 1814 is widely thought to be Janet Jackson's greatest album, as it's filled with experimental production, mixing disparate genres like industrial and swing, and socially conscious lyrics that touched on hot-button topics. The attire that Jackson wore throughout this era also made her a fashion icon of the time. To this day, Rhythm Nation 1814 remains the only album in history to have produced 7 top 5 singles. The debut single, Miss You Much, peaked at number 1, as did Escapade, Black Cat, and Love Will Never Do Without You. Rounding out the list is All Right, which reached number 4, and Rhythm Nation and Come Back to Me, both which peaked at number 2.
Want more music content? Watch Mojo produces an original podcast taking a behind-the-scenes look at all things music. The show provides authentic interviews with artists from all around the world, while also staying true to Watch Mojo's roots with top 10 music banter thrown into the mix. What's the best advice Alice Cooper's ever given you? Looking back at the staying power, does it shock you?
No, we have naked pictures of the right people.
If you want exclusive interviews with award-winning artists, producers, singers, songwriters, check out Inner Sleeve.
Number 1, Thriller, Michael Jackson. Arguably the most important album ever made, Thriller proved a worldwide phenomenon. It spent a record 37 weeks at number 1, won a record 8 Grammy Awards, popularized the concept of music videos, and remains the best-selling album in the world with over 66 million copies sold. And at the time, it also set the record for the most top 10 singles to come from the same album. Both Beat It and Billie Jean reached the top of the charts, and Thriller, The Girl Is Mine, and Wanna Be Startin' Something peaked within the top 5.
The girl is mine. The doggone girl is mine.
Reaching number 7 and number 10 were Human Nature and PYT Pretty Young Thing, respectively, accounting for all 7 top 10 singles. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip
Alright guys, I will see you the video, so I see you then.